Hello everyone, welcome once again to Success Mantra. In this video, we will study about the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. So let's take a linear polynomial, 2x plus 3. Why this is a linear polynomial? Because the degree of the polynomial is 1. Now we substitute different values to x and find the corresponding y values. So I substitute here minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 for this x values and finding the corresponding y values, that is 2x plus 3. So when I substitute minus 2, the expression becomes 2 into minus 2 plus 3, that is minus 4 plus 3, that is minus 1. If I substitute minus 1, 2 into minus 1 plus 3, that is minus 2 plus 3, that is 1. Similarly, I substitute 0, 1, 2 and find the corresponding y values. Now we take a graph paper. Now we know that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Now we mark the points in the corresponding graph point. That is, first one is minus 2, minus 1. So where is minus 2, minus 1? So this is minus 2 in x-axis and this is minus 1 in y-axis. So the point is here. So next one is minus 1, 1. So where it is minus 1, 1? This is minus 1 in x-axis and this is 1 in y-axis. So the point is here. Next is 0, 3. So x-axis 0 is here and 3 is here. So the next point is here. Now the fourth point is 1 and 5. So this is 1 and this is 5. So the point is here. Now next one is 2 and 7. So we will get the point here. So we mark all the points in the graph paper. Now we need to join all the points and see how the graph look like. So by joining the points, we will get a straight line. So we can conclude that the graph of a linear polynomial is always a straight line. Now to find the zero of the polynomial, I have told you in the last video that to find the zero of the polynomial, substitute the equation to 0. So we will do that. 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. From that 2x is equal to minus 3, x is equal to minus 3 by 2, that is equal to minus 1.5. So if we are trying to find the zero graphically, we can find it from the graph. That is, zero of the polynomial is the point where the polynomial meets the x-axis. So it is the point where the straight line cuts the x-axis. So this is the point where the line cuts the x-axis, and from that we will get the zero of the polynomial is equal to minus 1.5. The degree of the polynomial is 1, so we have only one point that crosses the x-axis because we have only one zero here. Moreover, if the polynomial is in terms of x, then the zero of the polynomial is the point the straight line meets the x-axis. And if the polynomial is in terms of y, suppose the given polynomial is 2y plus 3, then the zero of the polynomial is the point where the straight line meets the y-axis. Now we will see how the graph of a quadratic polynomial looks like. So we will take a quadratic expression first, that is x square minus 3x minus 4. Since the degree is 2, this is a quadratic polynomial. Now we substitute different values for x and find the corresponding y values. And we will plot the points on a graph paper. And by joining the points, we can see that the shape of the graph is like this. What is this shape called? This shape is called parabola. So we can conclude that the graph of a quadratic polynomial is always a parabola. We know that the general expression of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a naught is equal to 0. So we have three different cases based on this general expression. First one is when a is equal to 0. This I have told you in the previous video that when a is equal to 0, the above expression becomes bx plus c. That is, then it becomes not a quadratic polynomial, it becomes a linear polynomial. So for a quadratic polynomial, a not equal to 0. Now the second case is that if a is greater than 0, then the parabola opens upwards. In this case, that is, here the value of a is 1, which is greater than 0. So the shape of the parabola is that it opens upwards. So what will be the case 3? That is, when a is less than 0, then the parabola opens downwards. Suppose this equation is like minus x square minus 3x minus 4, then this parabola will open downward. So these are the three cases in the case of quadratic polynomial. Now to find the zeros of this quadratic polynomial, we know that we will substitute the given equation to 0. So we will substitute as x square minus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. This minus 3x we can write it as minus 4x plus x. This you have learned in class 9 how to factorize the given polynomial and all. So we can write it as x square minus 4x plus x minus 4. From the first two terms we can take x as common. So we get x into x minus 4, and from the remaining terms we will take 1 as common. We will get 1 into x minus 4. We will get x minus 4 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. That implies x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 1. So 4 and minus 1 are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. We can also obtain the same values from the graph. That is, the points where the graph crosses the x-axis are the zeros of this polynomial. So we will get the same points, that is minus 1 and 4. So this is how to find the zeros of a polynomial graphically. And one thing we need to keep in mind is that every quadratic polynomial need not have two zeros. So we will check the first case. That is, here in this case, the graph cut the x-axis at 2 points. So this polynomial have two zeros. Moreover, the parabola opens upward because it is a value of a is positive. So we have getting two zeros here. Now check the case 2. In this case too, the parabola cuts the x-axis only at one point. So this given expression has only one zero. Now the case 3, that is, in this case the parabola not even touching the x-axis. So in this case the polynomial have no zeros. So we can conclude that a quadratic polynomial can have two unequal zeros or two equal zeros or no zeros. Now we will check the case with cubic polynomial. In case 1, we can see that the graph crosses the x-axis at 3 points. So this cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. Now case 2, that is, in this case the graph crosses the x-axis at 2 points. So it has 2 zeros. Now with case 3, in this case the graph crosses the x-axis only at 1 point. So the cubic polynomial here has only 1 zero. So we can conclude that a cubic polynomial can have a maximum of 3 zeros. Only maximum 3 zeros are allowed, but it is not necessary that it can have 3 zeros. Why it is maximum 3 zeros? Because the degree of the polynomial is 3 here. So it has only 3 zeros maximum. Thank you for watching my video, and in the next video we will do some exercises based on this video.